we had here. I don't really think they deliberately meant to spray us directly, but I had gardens immediately die within 3 days. I've got treetops that are dying. We're not going to get into all that, but this is kind of why we haven't been posting and taking videos. We're not mad at anybody. We just want to know if we're been poisoned or not. So we're getting to the bottom of this, and hopefully before long we'll find out what has happened. And with that being said, I've had to watch and monitor my gardens very heavy since all then. And seeing what's dying, I had one Tunisian squash garden completely just fell over dead. I had a second one I thought was going to fall over dead, and it just popped back to life, and it's back blooming, got flowers all over, got bees all over it, not a lot of dead leaves. So I'm hopeful maybe it'll snap out of it. On my hunting lease, on the other hand, we got a lot of wild berries that are just falling off dead, muscadines, beauty berries, just dead foliage now. And it's really kind of disturbing, We just want to get to the bottom up, make sure we're all right. But with that being said, I had one garden that I know didn't get sprayed because it's just been beautiful. It's just been flowering the whole time. And it's one butternut squash patch. And it's actually the one side of my property that's not connected to any timberland. So I'm thankful it didn't get sprayed because we harvested a big load of cucumbers this morning we weren't expecting. And we got an extra little bit of butternut squash. So that's an added bonus as well. And they weren't hurt. Everything is green around there. You can see where the damage is. That's why I'm being very careful, because the gardens that are damaged, we're not harvesting anything from. I've got, a few bell peppers here and there, stuff like that. I'm not really worried about it because it's the end of their life cycle. So I'm not really worried about it. But my Tunisian squash plants, on the other hand, and I know I'm not saying the word right, Tunisian. I'm not saying that name right, but everybody that's seen the plant knows what it is. But it's a big, beautiful squash plants. And, they just don't go from green to draw it up dead in 3 days. So this is something we'll take care of, and hopefully we'll have this taken care of shortly. But we did harvest a good crop this morning in our butternut. Like I say, this is a section of my property that didn't get infected apparently. So I'm going to walk you over here and show you what we harvested this morning. Look at the size of these cucumbers. Nice, big, healthy cucumbers. Now, some of these may not be good. They may be seedy. They may be a little hard, but some of them will be still very tasty. I'm hoping they're not bitter, but we're going to find out. But look at these butternuts. Man, these are some really nice butternut squash. I don't know if you can see, but there's my hand. I got a good sized hand. That's I'd say 2 or 3 pounds. And really a nice squash, but we picked 5 of them this morning. So that's 5 nice butternut squash, which puts the count up that we off that one plant. The one Tunisian is completely dead. I would say we're at, on stuff that I know we're not going to use, we're up to 12. And we're talking big squash. And on my other plant that looks like it may be salvageable, it's the same way. We're talking massive vegetable. I mean, I'll say I probably got some squash that are probably bumping 30 pounds. So I'm hoping some of them will be salvageable. But my straight neck and squash seems to be doing well. And my zucchini plants seem to be coming in and doing well. They kind of wilted a day or two, and then they jumped back in it and went again. So I'm hopeful they'll live. So we're just going to see what happens. And I just wanted to bring everybody up to speed on what was going on. It wasn't something that was kind of, it was all spur of the moment. We were just working out in the yard, and all of a sudden, boom, we had this helicopter above us waving at us. And next thing you know, he flies off, but he covers everything. And I'm not saying he intentionally did it, because I don't think he did. But a mistake was made. So we want to get to the bottom of it. I want to know what my plants got sprayed with. So we're hopeful we're going to find out soon. So otherwise, everything's been going good, doing well. We did a 3-day camp out. We took our golf carts and we went out for 3 days. I drove roughly 37 miles. I could have done a lot better. The problem was where we camped at, we didn't get a lot of daylight sunlight coming in, so we had some charging issues, but otherwise everything rock and rolled like it was supposed to. We had a great time. There will be some video of that getting popped up in the upcoming weeks. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff kind of going on right now. We're fixing to start building on a golf cart, and yes, it's going to be lithium powered. We got a lot of crazy parts we're going to be putting on this thing, and we're going to be building a lot of crazy stuff for this thing. We're going to do all the lift kits ourselves on it, but we got a lot of crazy gear we're going to put on this thing. It's going to be a nice car. It's going to be something, you know, it'll have turn signals, brake lights, headlights, and it's all aftermarket stuff. And it's, you know, I'm building something we can take off road a little deeper into the woods with. So it's going to be a nice cart. You know, it's going to have like a pickup bed on it, that kind of thing. Big tires, 26-inch mutters. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what this cart's going to do when it's done as well. So, and it will be solar powered correctly as well. There's just a lot of stuff we're going to be doing to it. So we'll have some videos coming up. Temperatures kind of coming down where it makes it a little nicer outside, so we can do a few more things outside. It's not as hot, so you know, we're trying to get a few more other projects going and get them going now that it's not 100 degrees every day. So all the solar stuff's been rock solid. You know, I've noticed that we've been charging a lot more golf carts with the solar generator, the ones that aren't solar powered. The ones that are solar powered, you don't have to worry about. But I'm telling you, them golf cart chargers pull a lot of power. I can only imagine what the EV chargers are like. So they're going to have to strengthen up a lot of power stations if they're going to want to charge these high voltage electric vehicles that we got now. So because if a golf cart load puts a system on that, you know what electric car is going to be like. So it's a lot bigger, a lot higher voltage. You know, it's definitely a major upgrade to any electrical system when you put a charging station on your electrical grid. So kind of curious how that one's going to turn out. I don't think it's going to be real good, but you know, I think solar has its places, and I think electric vehicles has its places, but I don't know if they're going to work the way they want them to work. So I like my golf cart. I like the way it works. I can do a lot of stuff with it, but you know, I don't take it 100 miles at a time. So 200 miles at a time. I think it's doable, but you're not going to do it with these new cars at the form they're doing it, because it takes too long a time to charge a lithium that's that large on a car to charge. You know, you're gonna have to stop somewhere for 4 to 6 hours just to get a refill, and a lot of people ain't gonna want to sit that long. So a whole other topic and a whole other story. So, but like I say, everything's been going good. I see gas prices are finally starting to drop a little bit, which is a good thing, but they're still higher than they need to be. Prices of everything else are skyrocketing, guys. There's a lot of stuff that's going on we're not sure about, you know. So make sure you've got something planted in the ground that you can use later, because you just don't know, you know. I wouldn't want to scare anybody, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I see the news and I just turn around and turn the TV off again. So things are changing rapidly. So, you know, you don't know what to prepare for. So the biggest thing I'm going to tell everybody is, you know, make sure you have a garden and make sure it doesn't get sprayed by something you don't want to sprayed by. But keep your food good and stay vigilant, and enjoy what's going on around you if you're able to, and have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.